Connection will not stick until you find alignment. Welcome to Value Drop Monday. My name is Eunice Josie, and this is your value for today. A lot of people are seeking connection to soothe alignment wounds. And it's a form of dissociation. It's a form of running away from yourself. You know, we often have issues with avoidant people. So this person is avoidantly attached. This person is always having problems with connection, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes the avoidant people always look like the villains in the story until you dig deeper and you realize that both the avoidants and the anxiously attached are two sides of the same coin. Avoidants are running away from other people. Anxiously attached people are running away from themselves. And so the answer to healing your wounds is not connection, it's alignment. Many of us are trying to connect from the wrong version of ourselves, the version of ourselves that was built to survive. The self that learned to smile through pain, to anticipate rejection, and to adapt just enough to be tolerated or wanted around. But that self, the guarded self, the trauma-shaped self, the walls that we have built around ourselves, the defense mechanisms, not our real self. And if that is the self that we are presenting to the world, then people are connecting to versions of ourselves that is not true. And no matter how much you long for love and do everything possible to gain it and to sustain it, connection cannot be sustained through a self that is false. And this is why so many friendships and relationships of all kinds have fractures and have a lot of friction, because the self you are serving, the self you are putting forward is not in alignment with your expectations, your desires, your needs and wants do not align with the self that you are putting forward. The self that people are meeting is not the truth of who you are. Your patterns and your defense mechanisms do not represent your values. So to sustain connection, you must first find alignment. Alignment begins when you start unlearning. It is first an unlearning before it is a learning. You must first unlearn habits, every defense mechanism that was built in fear, and start looking for what is built from truth inside of you. The true self does not need to be created. It needs to be remembered. It's not about adding more habits or new affirmations. It's about removing the layers from you that keeps blocking you from the truth of your essence. Removing the glasses with which you see yourself that does not allow you to recognize yourself when it shows up within you. When you return to alignment, who you are on the inside begins to mirror who you are on the outside, and your inner and outer selves begin to speak the same language. That way, it is easier for you to attract, connect with, and sustain the relationships that you truly desire. So alignment before connection. I'll give you an example of misalignment. Men always say, oh, I want a woman that gives me peace. I want a woman that gives me peace. But almost every single time, when you look at their choices in women, of course, we all know the trend of people always laughing about men referring to their girlfriends or their wives as tigers. You know, doesn't that stand in full opposition to everything that they claim that they desire? Why? The things that they say with their mouth and their internal environments are completely different. Okay? Men are averse to peace because they are built for adventure. So without a little friction, without a little bit of trouble here and there, the truth is they will never be satisfied. They won't be excited. You get? So for a lot of them, peace is boring for them because they're actually used to chaos. So when you find a man who actually truly chooses a woman who gives him peace, it is because he has gotten to the point of alignment with himself, where peace is his own personal value. And because that is his own value and is aligned with it, his subconscious mind has built a radar that attracts to him a mirror of what he already is. It's the same thing for us women. We complain about how there are no good men out there, you know, but we keep attracting the bad boy types because our internal environment does not align with our external. And so we are giving off the vibes of, I'm going to accept whatever a man gives me. I have no boundaries. I'm attracted to the idea of proving my worth to somebody. Well, with my mouth, I am saying that I know what I'm worth. I'm not supposed to prove my worth to anybody. I'm looking for alignment. With our actions, it shows that wherever somebody does not give us something to live up to, something to fight for, there's no excitement within us, there's no attraction within us. And so until they make us suffer and until they make us feel like we have to work for our worth and deserve the love we are receiving, we're uncomfortable in that environment. So what true alignment looks like for us now will be stepping back into yourself and asking yourself, what is true for me? And why is it true for me? Where is my misalignment coming from? Is it coming from inherited traits? Is it coming from trauma? Is it coming from relational anxiety? Looking for those things, fixing it within ourselves and making sure that we are a perfect match for the things that we truly desire. And so if we say with our mouths that what we desire is peace, you must first make sure that you are at peace within yourself. That is one. When you're at peace within yourself, then you make sure you are giving peace, that your environment speaks peace. Now, peace is not the absence of consequences. Amen. Peace is not the absence of consequences. Okay? Peace speaks to everybody being heard, everybody being considered, both you and the other party. If these systems are not set in place, and if you are not comfortable inside of it, you cannot attract a partner that will give you peace. If your internal environment is not aligned with true self-worth and with relational unity, instead of chasing something that is elusive, you will never attract a partner that wants to stay. Before we seek connection, we should first seek alignment. Connection will never stick until alignment has been attained. This is your value for today. I hope you learned something. Let me know in the comments. Ciao.